What's the biggest thing you learned on this project?
Biggest thing I learned on this project? Well, we learned a lot of new skills for sure. And I think from a skill standpoint, we learned an awful lot about mold making and casting stuff. I think that's a huge thing for us moving forward, is some of the things that we're able to do now because of this project. It helped us work in acrylics and plastics and fire retardant cements and concretes and all those types of things. There was an awful lot of learning there. But I think what I took away from this more than anything else was the vulnerability factor. That when you decide to showcase yourself to the whole world and not just to a customer, there's a vulnerability about it, because other pool people are going to think that they have a better way, or they like their way better, or they're convinced their way is better, which I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but when you put yourself out there, you become a little vulnerable, because people are going to want to tell you what they think you did right or wrong. And you kind of have to just get past that, and you kind of have to realize that this is what I do. You don't have to like it. You can talk however you want about it, or you can love it and gush about it. Either way, it doesn't matter. But I learned that the vulnerability was really good for me, as much as it felt bad for me at moments when I couldn't get away from a camera and I couldn't get away from something while I was trying to work through how things would work and how the schedule would work and how I could do this instead of that and which part needed to come first. There was a lot of those moments where it was all in my head, and I do think that it would be really good moving forward to do something like this with more than one person having it all in their head, and having someone else from a design standpoint that has a pretty good idea of the objective. I mean, the team worked really well, but they were working in each of the moving parts as they happened, and I kind of had to orchestrate all the moving parts. So great learning lesson, a great experience. I know that going into it the next time I would be a little bit more prepared and have pre-thought through some of the stuff that I knew that we were going to get to that I wasn't sure how we were going to build. I would hope that I took a little more time to figure that out. But it all turned out fantastically, and we had our own set of challenges, and things went wrong on the job like they oftentimes do, but it always was made right, and it's been awesome.